They literally said to 1 million users, fuck you, because we're not going to support you anymore. We care about the next 10 million users, not the first million.
In the case of Wix, I saw two things that I really had not seen before in Israeli companies. The first was this marketing angle that they had. They were doing things that I'd never seen before, well in advance of release of the product, of how to create everything from buying their URL, a 3-letter URL back in 2007, but also various sites that were going to build their SEO, and just already thinking about paid acquisition, which was something that I was not very familiar with. That was fresh, and that, to me, felt like somebody who was really thinking far ahead. The second thing I saw, and this actually helped that I'm not technological, is the whole proposition that it shouldn't be that to create content on the web, you need to be a developer, or that you had to learn a specific kind of software. That didn't make sense to me. And I've always been one to say that, if it can be made for non-developers or non-technical people, then that is what will succeed, because most people will always be non-developers. So that's what I saw in it. It was admittedly a small investment. It was a $2 million initial investment with an option for another $1 million. And I had
you can still do those kind of deals.
I had to overcome a lot of doubt. My partners really didn't like it. Because again, there was no traction. I don't mind saying this, the company did not present well at the time.
So I have a similar story, by the way. When they came to see me, it was right at this point, and older listeners will appreciate this, when Flash was about to become obsolete, and Wix was originally built on Flash. And they walked in and started telling me, don't worry about it. Our current platform is going away, but there's a thing called HTML5 that we'll just reconstruct everything. And you're going, they didn't really just say that in the presentation, right? That the whole thing is going obsolete, but don't worry, it's going to be okay. And I actually admired the honesty on it, but it was a tough kind of.
They were always very transparent,
yeah.
Right? I mean, there are a lot of things I learned from Wix over the years. I mean, they were a magnet for talent. Whenever they saw somebody who was talented, they would find a way to find a position for them. It just didn't matter what the titles were. It was a company that didn't care about titles. They just wanted talent. And so they became a magnet for talent, all types. Former founders, new ideas. I mean, Monday was spun out of Wix and all the different products. The second thing was not being afraid to throw away what you've done. That move from Flash to HTML, they literally said to 1 million users, fuck you, because we're not going to support you anymore. Now, they didn't use that language, of course, but they said, listen, we care about the next 10 million users, not the first million. They have nowhere else to go anyway. They'll figure out a way. We'll make it easy for them to transition. And I realized, it was a bold move, but it actually makes sense.